3, 2, 1, and hello everybody. Thank you very much and welcome to Days of the Wolf. This is D Wolf coming at you live somewhere in a secret location in the Northwest. It is Thursday, September 6, 2018, and here are the news stories of the day. Today, it's a grim day in the cryptocurrency world. We have some issues that have come up that are not pleasant. Let me show them to you. And today, Shapeshift ends anonymity with announcement of mandatory KYC data collection. Okay, Eric, the CEO of Shapeshift, said users will ultimately face a mandatory know your customer requirements in order to exchange cryptocurrency. Now, I want to add that Shapeshift, in case anybody doesn't know, is a platform that enables you to shift from one cryptocurrency into another cryptocurrency. And it has nothing to do with the fiat on-ramps or off-ramps. It's just the crypto coins or the tokens themselves. I have it on my Jax wallet, and it gives you that capability just to shift over to another cryptocurrency. Now, apparently, the SEC and the regulators got involved, and they've basically said that, you know what, now we want mandatory KYC. If you're going to be a platform and you're gonna, unfortunately Eric is bound by the law. He doesn't really have a choice in the matter, or prison, and nobody wants to opt that, or disembarment for the corporation itself. He even said that it sucked, so I don't blame him personally. I do blame the greedy regulators that are coming after everybody in every way, shape, and form to try to obtain personal information on your financials. And some people will argue that the government, well, that's allowed. I mean, we don't want terrorism or anything like that. But for some strange reason, you just cannot protect the privacy of the consumers. And that is my issue with KYC. That is why I do not like it. It should not be evident. The issue with knowing your customer and stuff like that is personal information that's attached to your wallet. And if the companies cannot keep their shit together, the security components together, they shouldn't be allowed to collect your personal information. Maybe an email address, username, and password, and that's it. That's all you should get. And in best case scenario, it's not even that. Just, put, like what Shapeshift did, you just kind of plug in your coins and they shift over to another wallet and stuff. But this is a problem, and it's not going away. The regulators are going to get their way. And Andreas Antonopoulos even said that this was going to be a battle. Ultimately they will lose, and I'll tell you why in a moment. They'll lose because of technology trumps law. I've always had this saying that the code is the law. The law is not the law. The code is the law. And we got a quote from Andreas Antonopoulos, and I'll bring it up if I can find it. Yeah. He stated that he's very disappointed that Shapeshift is implementing KYC. It just goes to show that any centralized entity will be pushed in that direction, which is why LN, which is Lightning Network, atomic swaps, and decentralized exchanges are the only ways to resist surveillance economics. So if you want to get out of the surveillance loop, look into these 3 items. Lightning Network, atomic swaps, and decentralized exchanges. They're still pretty much on paper, and they haven't been implemented yet, but they're definitely going to be implemented in the future, especially with the strong arm tactics of the regulators and the SEC, forcing not even exchanges that deal with fiat on ramps and off ramps. I can kind of get that because they just want to have control of their coin, and that's it. Caesar's coin is Caesar's coin, and they want to have control over all of it, from the Federal Reserve that implemented it to the government that kind of regulates it. They want control over it, and they want to know who's making what and why. Now we have Shapeshift, which is not even an on-ramp or an off-ramp. It's just kind of a side ramp, really. Nothing's being liquidated, nothing's being cashed out, but they want control of that too. And so they may have won the battle, but they have certainly not won the war. Back here. They certainly have not won the war. And my basic views on that is to kind of hold strong. Now, I checked the numbers today. Bitcoin was down like 13%, and that's a crushing blow. And I think a lot of it has to do with these decisions on KYC and Shapeshift, because that's really affecting the dirty details of the cryptocurrency world. But it's like Antonopoulos said, don't worry about it. We got technology on our side. And it's kind of what he said about the government. The government assumes that you question their authority. If the government is saying that we have the moral right to impose these rules on you, to impose these restrictions and these KYCs on the bank, because of course we want to protect terrorism, drug dealers, whatever shit they want to pull out of their ass, And by the way, all this stuff was done without cryptocurrency. It was done with legal tendered cash, that the government created and stuff. And in some cases, the crimes were cash. All right. So I know that this is just a farce just to kind of get in, reach, and get more information from this community, pretty much putting our privacy at risk. It's bad enough that our privacy is kind of done in. When you go to a bank, you need a social security number, you need a name, you need all this identifying information so they can attach your funds to what you do. Cryptocurrency is an option to separate the church and the state, to separate, your financial dealings, your private financial dealings from everybody else and stuff. And the governments and the regulators are just going to try to find a way to get around that, and they can. They create the laws. They write the laws, and they can do whatever they want, really. But they can't defy the laws of physics. And if the technologies like Lightning Network, atomic swaps, and true decentralized exchanges are continually to be churned out and worked on, they're not going to have any type of power over cryptocurrency as a whole. Yeah, they probably got you on Coinbase, and they got your name, they got your number. Just watch out what you exchange on that. Shapeshift, it's not quite there yet, but they're eventually get to a point where they have your name and your number on Shapeshift. It just amazes me what other opportunities are going to be out there for other engineers to say, okay, well, we'll just do something with an atomic swap, or we'll do something specifically with the Lightning Network. So great, you can give up all your names and addresses, but it's not going to matter because things are going to be so privatized from the technology point of view. They'll have to outlaw that. And you can't really outlaw cryptocurrency. You can just separate yourself and remove yourself from it. Anyway, that's all I got to say for today. I hope everybody's having a great day today on this Thursday. If you like what I have, click below on the likes, leave a comment, and this is D Wolf signing off.